agents.
agents.
He wasn't looking at the camera. 1, 2, 3. Hello,
Hello,
agents.
agents.
2, 3. Hello,
Hello,
agents.
agents. Why are you not making it longer? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Hello,
agents.
agents.
We're here for the 8th episode of the One Bite at a Time show. This is where we take the most relevant information we can find and we bring it to you one bite at a time. So it doesn't cut into your day too much and it gives you information you need right now. So Roxanne, what do we have in store for today?
Yes, today we actually have our very first guest, a very special guest, broker owner of AVM Real Estate. He is a social media connoisseur. It's Antonio Mendoza, also known as Tony Real Estate 247.
Now, Tony has a very unique recent last couple of years where he started working with TikTok. So if any of you out there are wondering about what the heck is TikTok, or I don't get it, I always used to say it to Roxanne, I don't get it. I don't get why people get on TikTok and do these short little videos that are funny. I mean, they're all often very funny. Some of them go viral with 1 million views. But what's the benefit to me in my business, in the real estate business, in the mortgage business? Well, that's what this is going to share with you, and I hope you enjoy it.
Hold up. Yeah. Hold up, hey.
Antonio Real Estate, Tony Real Estate. How are you doing today, Tony?
Doing great. How are you guys all doing?
Oh, we're awesome. I'm good. How about you, Roxanne?
I'm doing very well, thank you. We're very excited to have you, Tony. We're going to talk about something that a lot of agents are really interested in jumping into, but something you're now a veteran. How many years have you been on TikTok?
TikTok since 2020, since the pandemic.
That's a good time to get started in video.
Let me do a quick plug. TikTok.
So tell us. So let's just get started right into it. So tell us what is TikTok and why did you decide to get started working your magic with TikTok?
Well, as you guys know, I mean, TikTok is another social media platform, just like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and all these other platforms that a lot of people use. The funny thing is, the only reason I actually use TikTok, actually backdrop before 2020, I actually used TikTok once back in, I think it was 2018 when it first came out. I was actually at one of my listings in San Diego, and I was like, oh, what's this TikTok? So I did a little funny video. It wasn't really necessarily real estate related. It was a picture. It was with the seller's dog. I don't know if you guys ever remember that. And I just did a quick video just for the fun of it and then left it. And then I think it was like a couple of days later, I was getting all these notifications. I wasn't sure where these notifications were coming from. I was like, what the heck is this? And then I realized it was TikTok. I think I had thousands of views, likes, and comments. I was like, what the heck? And it was just me playing with the dog in one of my listings. So, but after that, I just, closed it. Didn't really do anything with it because that's for kids, right? And then 2020 came, and you guys know what happened in 2020, right? With our world. So, I just got stuck at home like everybody else, couldn't really do anything. And I was with my kids at the time. And I remember my older son, we went to Vegas this past week and celebrated his 13th birthday. He was complaining, telling me, hey, his brother, which his name is Carter, give him a plug here today. I forgot how old he was at the time, maybe 5 or 6 at the time. He was on this platform called TikTok and spending a lot of time on it. And I was like, what are you guys doing, wasting your time on this platform, right? So long story short, I kind of got the phone and started looking through it. I was like, oh, let me watch. I never really went on that platform, never looked at it. It was kind of like, I guess, I don't know if you guys remember, maybe Roxanne remember Vine, right? I don't know if you remember that app or platform from Vine. So it was short videos, 3 seconds or whatever. So anyways, I was watching the videos. I was like, and I'll be honest, I was stuck in that TikTok platform for a while there. I don't want to tell you exactly how long, but long story short, it's like, you know what? After spending time on the other side, watching the fun videos, it's like, can I do this for real estate? right? So that's always my question. With a lot of engagement, people are engaged, man, this is a new app. Can I use this for your real estate? So I started tapping into and looking for real estate or other businesses and what they were doing. And I was seeing that a lot of them were getting a lot of engagement, a lot of views, a lot of followers for the most part. So I said, you know what, let me try this out. And that's where I started, I think it was right after we went on the pandemic, I went and started, going on TikTok. And I made a commitment. And this is one thing that Roxanne knows and a lot of my agents know. Whatever I use or whatever I do, whether things I implement, I make a strategy for it. So my thing is, I'm very popular for, I call my 100 days to 100K challenge. So I do everything for 100 days. So I made a commitment, at least for TikTok, not even 100 days, that for 30 days, I'm just going to post on TikTok just minimum 1 to 2 videos a day and see how that works. And that's what I did. I did 1 to 2 videos posting on TikTok. Going on TikTok, I didn't really understand the platform for that matter. So I figured, I didn't know what I was going to do. Am I going to talk about real estate? Do I need to dance? Do I need to make jokes? Do I do lip sync? So I'll be honest, the first 30 days was me trying, and this is what I recommend for everybody, is I was trying to figure out what I was going to do on TikTok. Was I just going to do it for fun? Just, I'm bored here. We're shut down. I can't show homes. I can't do anything. Am I just going to have fun? So at least while I'm at home, eating my top ramen every day, I can just, maybe do funny dance videos and engage with people like that, or just do lip sync, or skits, stuff like that. I'll be honest, I really did it. When I started it was really more for a joke for my kids, to be honest. So a couple of my videos were really dance videos or just funny dance. I think one of the first video I did was a Michael Jackson video or something, dancing. So I was really doing it for fun, didn't really look into it necessarily for real estate. So, and that's what I recommend in the beginning for any new agents or anybody for that matter who wants to go on TikTok. You just got to figure out what your role is, what your plan is of action in TikTok. Are you going to talk about real estate? Are you going to talk about real estate but show homes? They always say it's got to be a niche, so it's always good to not necessarily figure out a niche, but the great thing about TikTok, which I love aside from other platforms, is you can kind of be yourself on that platform. And people are okay with you dancing, lip singing, making a fool of yourself. Actually, the worse dancer you are, the worse lip sync you are, I guess, you fall on your face, you can probably get more views than somebody who's perfect. So that's what I loved about it. Once I realized that's really the authenticity of TikTok is really what drew a lot of people, not just the younger people, because everybody say, oh, it's a young people crowd, but right now it's drawing a lot of more business professionals. And I said this back in 2022, maybe a month after I was on TikTok, maybe when I had 200 followers, I thought I was like, oh, I made it. I told everybody, like on social media, on Facebook, if you don't get on TikTok, you will regret it.
How are you monetizing this? How are you making things work? How are you getting phone calls coming in? And what are you doing with those people who call you?
It's a great question. So, and I actually do a training, and not to plug anything, but I actually do a workshop, which I probably will do again in the next few weeks or so. It's called the FIT test. So basically the FIT test is an acronym. I'm well known from using acronyms in my sales training, but it's basically Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So how I do it, I tie all three together because those are the 3 platforms that I'm very active on. I know there's other platforms. People will tell me you got to be in this other platform. No, these are the platforms that for me personally, I use that I know I won't get bored using. I spend a lot of time in. So I just basically create a lot of my content on TikTok, and then I share it on Instagram, and then as well as Facebook. Like right now, Facebook Reels, I probably have close to 100,000 followers just because of the Reels. I got probably almost 10 videos that have reached over 1 million views. I think I haven't checked the one video that I did with my agent not so long ago. I think we got like 7 million views on Facebook Reels, a channel that a lot of people are sleeping on too, especially for those like yourself who already have a presence on Facebook. And I told people that on November, December of last year, get on Facebook Reels, right? Everybody slept on that as well. So basically what I do is just I create the content on TikTok. Of course, just like any platform, you have a profile, so you can have them go jump on your link tree like I did today, subscribe to you guys, right? Jump on your link tree. You can put your website on that. And now on TikTok, you can actually put a location. So if you're doing a video, you can actually put a location. So it can, let's say I'm doing a tour of a house in Temecula. I can do a tour and then put Temecula. So now that can actually target more specific local people living or located in Temecula. So yeah, so it's just a matter of it just combining all three, adding to my database. And I'll be honest, I probably get overwhelmed. I mean, just one quick story. I mean, in Facebook, you have your messenger, right? So you also have your spam and other folders. I normally don't even look at my spam folders or other folders because, you know, it's usually junk. I probably have hundreds, to be honest, of messages there right now. But I think a couple of weeks ago, I actually said, you know, I was here in the office and actually said, you know what, let me look at the spam folder because I have some free time here. And I actually saw somebody asking, can you help me sell my house in San Diego?
So that happens. So obviously it happens a lot for you to take your time doing this, obviously. And so you get business in San Diego, you get business in California. Of course, you can take care of those yourself or with your team. But I'm sure you're getting businesses in New York City too, and Philadelphia and or wherever. What are you doing with those leads?
That's a good question. Yeah, so that was one of the things in the beginning. I was actually, you know, because I didn't really know how to make it locally. I was getting hundreds of people reaching out to, not only on my direct message on TikTok or Instagram, but I was getting a lot of people reaching out on my commenting on my videos. I mean, some videos would get hundreds or even sometimes 1,000 comments. I have no time to, you know, sort through that as well. But I would get a lot of people, and that's funny because I would actually get other lenders actually reaching out to me, say, hey, you need help, you know, with your clients in Texas and all that. So I've also made some couple connections for other lenders as well. And sometimes I would refer that out to them as well, if, you know, we can work something out. So I think we just referred one recently to somebody in Michigan because they want to sell their house and buy another property in Michigan. So yeah, it's Detroit, so nothing extraordinary, but hey, it was a lead, and a couple in Texas. So yeah, so right now it's really gathering, you know, the network is building a database, and at the same time also building, which I'm really, my next phase is trying to build a database for real estate professionals as well, nationwide.
All righty. So on the last question, you mentioned Instagram and Facebook. So that's the next question. With the multiple platforms, what makes TikTok so different in comparison to Instagram and Facebook?
That's a good question. And that's really the one of the reasons a lot of people are attracted. We're attracted to TikTok, and that's where other platforms like Instagram maybe necessary are failing, or what Facebook is trying to do is trying to be like TikTok right now. And that's why I'm urging a lot of people, even for you guys, to get on Facebook Reels, because right now Facebook understands that's what people want. Unfortunately, you know, that's what, you know, we want clout, right? You know, we want that pat in the back. I do a video, I get thousands of views. And if it goes viral, even better, right? Oh, so you can brag to your friends or family, hey, look at, I got a video that got 1 million views, right? So that's one of the things is I mean, I'm not gonna waste your time with talking about algorithm with the A word, but that's where the algorithms with TikTok, especially in the beginning, was really what drew their success, is the algorithms. Where with TikTok, for those who are not familiar with TikTok, basically you're not creating, you can have 1 million followers on TikTok, or on the other end, you can have 10 followers in TikTok and can get a video, get 1 million views. Now on the other end, imagine if you only have 10 followers on Instagram, how many views would you get? Yeah, if you post in Reels, you might get some more views, but you're definitely very rarely where you get 1 million views on Instagram, right? Facebook is probably like the same thing right now, like TikTok. You can make a video right now, not even using any hashtags, and get millions of views. I had several views, and Roxanne could probably attest to that, several videos that weren't even real estate related on my Facebook that got millions of views, right? So those are the things that really drives TikTok, and that's why a lot of people are more attracted, and that's what's attracting a lot of more businesses right now, is because of the algorithms that TikTok has compared to Instagram. Instagram is a different beast. We won't talk about that today, or Facebook, but TikTok's algorithm is really what was the driving force in getting a lot of people to jump on that platform, because it's all about social proof, and everybody likes, you know, when they see views. Unfortunately, yeah, we'll talk another day about views. It's not as important as your content, as your audience. But with Instagram, It's really on Facebook, you're really, you know, creating content really for your followers. And TikTok, you're really creating content for what they call For You page. And if you guys are familiar with a For You page, and this For You page goes to everybody. So your followers might not even see it.
So if one of our followers, one of our agents want to check a look at some of your TikTok videos that you're doing, do they just go to TikTok and look up your name?
Yeah, at Tony Real Estate 247. So basically simple. And I created that name probably, I don't remember, 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, right? Roxanne, I don't know if I was doing Tony Real Estate back then, but, and I use that and I tell that to my agents. Real estate, it's about, and just like mortgages, it's about branding. Look at Mrs. Mortgage Rocks, right? At Miss Mortgage Rocks, branding, right? And AVM right there, right? But it's all about branding yourself, right? So that's really what it is. So I created something that if they see my name, I think people have an idea what I do. What do you guys think?
Yes.
They see Tony Real Estate. He does. I wonder what Tony Real Estate does. Imagine somebody asking me, "Hey, Tony Real Estate, what do you do for a living?"
How did you and Roxanne? How did you and Roxanne meet?
How did we meet, Roxanne?
Oh, the Mastermind Network. Yes, Tony was a co-founder of the Mastermind Network in Marietta, and what was it, Meets.com or where?
Yeah, Meetup. Probably met me, saw me at Meetup, and went to one of our meetings.
Yeah, and then ever since then, he hustled me to do an open house in
Santa Ana. Hey,
we actually did a few open houses on that same house, and I was able to lock in that seller for their purchase in Winchester, and that's all she wrote.
All right, well, good.
Just remind me. I think I need to reach out to them, see if they're ready to sell their house now. But yeah, but that's where we met. Where I was running the Mastermind Network. It's a business mastermind group. I think at the time I had 5 to 7 groups. Even though I was the co-founder, I pretty much was the founder. I was holding all the meetings. So just running the business masterminds, and really I did it for my real estate because I was an individual agent at the time. So just really trying to network with lenders like Roxanne, so that lenders like her, you know, can not only help me out with open houses, but, you know, help me because we have the same mutual clients, right? So it makes sense. So, and I'm a big believer on referrals and business networking, and that's really what real estate is about, is relationships. I'm sure Steve knows that, you know, being in this business long enough. It's about the relationships you build, right? Not only offline, but now more importantly, we're tied to TikTok, online, right? And a lot of people are great building a business offline, like the Mastermind Network. And this is one thing, since we brought Mastermind Network, one of the reasons I actually put a stop on Mastermind Network was because of TikTok. Because back then, you know, yeah, you wanted to connect with people. So you go to a restaurant, hold a meeting for an hour, 2 hours, you know, and hopefully exchange referrals. But now, because of social media, specifically with TikTok, the, you know, explosion of TikTok and Reels and all that, it's so easy right now. Look at even Zoom, right? Actually, by the way, I recommended Zoom back in March of 2020 for people to buy Zoom. Not giving financial advice. And I think it did well before I ended up selling that, you know, last year. So it's really about following the trends, and that's where I share with my agents is being able to follow the trends and see where it is. And one thing I keep stressing with my agents, and actually in the next couple of weeks, I'm actually going to do a training, a social media workshop for my agents for the next 2 weeks, is focusing on how to, you know, build their presence and how to generate leads online as well.
I will say, Tony, you know, we've been not only colleagues, but I would say friends. We have kids the same ages, and for a few years now. And you've always been at the forefront, I guess that's the right term. You've always been in front of social media, even in Facebook. You really opened my eyes, not only to just keep it, to be able to open up your network and be able to get referrals through that. People will learn to trust you even when they don't know you, if you are vulnerable and expose yourself through social media, or, you know, not just work wise, but personal wise. And I do have a lot of people who still reach out to me from the Mastermind Network, and I'm very grateful for that. So
yeah, she's getting more money from me from the Mastermind than I did. Thanks, Roxanne. And one last thing too with Facebook, and then we're talking about TikTok, but because I think for me, I tie all three together. Like even, and it's different when I see my success, and people can always say, well, Tony, you've been doing this for years, or Tony, you have great personality, or whatever. You're great in dancing, or whatever. You're funny. But it's even better when I see some of my agents, like one of my newer agents actually he's getting referrals now on Facebook as well, or TikTok as well, because he's one of the few actually agents in my brokerage that's actually doing that. You can follow him. What's your social media? Tristan Gakuya. So he got actually a referral. We got a referral the other day from out of state from one of the Facebook groups. Listing.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, we want to show a couple of your short TikTok videos. Which ones might you recommend we use?
It depends if you want to laugh, you want to cry. I'm very diverse in TikTok.
How about one of each?
Now, I'll be honest. I mean, you could probably see, which I'll probably change is my pinned posts, which are some of my viral videos. One of my first videos, for those who want to see it, it's probably my first viral video. I've had millions of views. I've actually repurposed that video. It was like I think like 10-second video. I gave 3 tips on what, and this was back in 2020, guys. What 3 things you can get the seller to pay for? And it was great because I got not only buyers, sellers, agents, and every professional was like, there's no way you can get the seller to pay for that. But that went viral, which is, you'll probably see me in my pinned post is probably one of the videos there on my pinned post is 10-second videos on tips. And like I said, when you talked about Steve about personality, I didn't say a single word. Just sat down with my shirt and tie, pointing. That's one thing I learned early on. I had to be. This does take practice, guys. We'll do a training on this in my TikTok workshop and how to point correctly to make sure you're pointing where the words are. That's a joke, by the way, because you can edit where the words go. But but there is a strategy for that, because a lot of times people post it on the wrong thing and nobody can see the words. And trust me, I made those mistakes in the beginning. It was like, oh, this would have been great if they could actually see the caption, or they can actually see the word I'm posting. So, but yeah, that was 10-second videos. A lot of and I'll be honest, a lot of my viral videos are me dancing a little, doing a dance while giving tips, right? I'll give difference between FHA and conventional, right? Or 3 different ways. So those are different. And that's my unique, thing that makes me different on that platform, because I didn't want to be like everybody else and just post boring real estate tours.
How long
check out this tour,
How long have you been in real estate, Tony?
Well, if you count mortgages, doing the mortgages since 04.
Okay, you did mortgages for a while.
So what, 18 years?
Okay.
So now that I'm 26 now, so I'll be yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy.
Are you monetized on TikTok? And if so, what does it take to get monetized on TikTok?
Great question. So aside from, of course, on my real estate deals, I actually joined, I think it was a couple years ago, I actually joined the TikTok Creator Fund. So I'm actually still part of the TikTok Creator Fund. It's where they pay me to, this is back then. I haven't really been doing much of that of late. But yeah, I do get monetization just like YouTube, all these. I think YouTube, you get paid after you reach a certain amount of subscribers. I'm not a big YouTuber yet. I'll probably start working on YouTube, but yeah, on TikTok, yeah, you can actually get monetized based on views. You're not going to be a millionaire, just FYI for those people. No, you're not going to become a millionaire on views alone. So, but there's also the other ways to get monetization, which I've actually got a few people request to sponsor me, is sponsorships. So that's probably the bigger ticket for those who want to make money on monetization, is getting people to sponsor you. Let's say Miss Mortgage Rocks wants me to sponsor her and plug her, right? Or like if TikTok wants to wants me to sponsor them, I'll just find a way to product placement, TikTok, right?
I have a way of doing that too for the One Bite at a Time show. Right.
There you go. See, that's all it is, right? So those are sponsorship. I've actually had a few. I won't tell you some of the requests I've had, but like water, stuff like that. Types of sponsorships I've been getting. It's like, I don't know if that would match with my real estate, profile. But hey, thank you.
much, Tony. We really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure speaking with you. And thank you for being our first guest on the One Bite at a Time show. So here's Steve with your market update.
Okay, so remember, we believe the most fair and honest way to quote rates is with no lender fees and no points. So here we go. VAFHA 4.25 to 4.5% today. Conventional 4.999999 to 5.25%. Jumbo 10% down, 6.375 to 6.625. Jumbo with 20% down. Now this is the special. We still have 4.999 to 5.5%. 740 FICO W2 only, and the debt service and investment loan with no ratio 7% to 7.25%.
That was your quick and easy update. All right, one more thing before you go. You know, Roxanne's drinking out of our mug. I call it the coffee/whiskey mug. I'm not so sure what she's drinking right now. The reason why I call it a coffee/whiskey mug is because I'm not so sure how I use it most. Anyways, you can get one of these free mugs this week only. All you have to do is register for our show. Go back to the email that you got this video on, and it'll tell you how to register for the show. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel at the One Bite at a Time show /Vintage Mortgage Firm. We're looking forward to seeing you next week when we're going to be talking about how to get a full real estate commission on a lease option, helping one of your buyers with a lease option, or helping one of your sellers sell with a lease option, and you get the complete real estate commission.
Wow, Steve, I've never heard of that. I'm sure this is going to be a great episode. You guys won't want to miss it.